going, guys?
Right here,
Okay.
you've had the opportunity to two legendary coaches, Coach Friends and Coach Harbaugh. How have they changed you as a player and a person?
Well, just starting off, they're both just great men, great people. And they're just themselves. And honestly, them just, talking to them and, them spilling all the knowledge they know, and, they actually they love you and take care of you. You just grow to, to make them proud and to, win for them and just be the best person you can be to just, talk to them and be around them. And as coaches, it's they're just contagious, and they rub off on you, and you just want to do whatever you can for them. So.
How's your repair on your ACL, and how's your workouts gone?
Everything's going great. I feel fine. Anything you can think of to do on my knee right now, I can do. I feel great. I'm just ready to get after it. I'm anxious. It's been two long years. I'm just ready to get out and play some football now. So.
Activities you can do. I mean, you're probably not going to run. Is there anything you can do to show scouts at this point?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things. I can do. I mean, obviously I won't be testing, but hopefully I can put together a workout or whatever to show the coaches what I can do. Just probably do a workout and show them just change the direction, squatting, jumping, things of that such. So.
Will you either do things at pro day, or you just have to do something on your own?
I can't hear you.
On pro day, like the Iowa pro day, or a big tournament after?
Maybe outside of the Iowa Pro Day. I'm not sure yet, but that's my plan.
How close do you think you are to 100% healthy?
I don't know. I'm very close. I feel healthy now. It's just a matter of time. Everything has to heal from surgery and everything. So I feel great.
You had an opportunity to come back for a sixth year, but you chose not to. What went into your decision making to come to the end?
Honestly, I just felt like it was my time. I felt like I put a lot of great things on film. I'm getting older now. I was in college, and I just really was just ready to make the next step for me and my family, and to get out there and show the world what I can do.
Come back, especially after an ACL, there's a potential that you could put something on film and maybe alter your status. Did that go into the debate, or were you?
Honestly, I didn't even think about that. but yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. But I'm confident that wouldn't have happened. I feel great. It's just a little bump in the road, and I'll be completely fine.
Known as tight end, just in your 1 year, how much were you able to glean the pro pipeline they have to apply to your game?
Yeah, I mean, it all started, with Coach Hodge. He just brought the best out of me, and honestly, from day one, just doing the little workouts and stuff that we would do for tight ends and getting in meetings and stuff, I quickly understood exactly why it was called Tight End U. And everything is just, the tight ends there are just hard workers. They get out there and they work very hard at what they do, and it starts with Coach Hodge. He brings the best out of you, and he makes sure that you're not slacking, you're not. That exactly what you're doing, and honestly, it just brings the confidence in the game, and I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I had a great time. So.
Where do you see it there's been difficult to make that transition? Just it takes tight ends sometimes a little longer to see what Sam Laporta did to go in as a rookie and be like,
Well, honestly, after watching Sam Laporta's film and everything from when we were at Iowa, it wasn't really a surprise. He's just a monster, and on every aspect, he's a good blocker. He's a great pass catcher. He's a great understanding of, sitting in the zone and being open and everything. So, and speed. So just it wasn't really a surprise, but, you know, I wouldn't say like it made me confident, you know, because, you know, that's Sam Laporta. You know, he's a beast. So it was kind of expected more than anything, but, you know, I'm very confident in myself as well. And I've always been confident, and hopefully, you know, Sam just keeps going and keeps going out there and dominating, and I'll be right there with him.
Where do you think you grew the most during your year in Iowa?
I'd say, man, that's a good question. Just understanding the game. You know, the longer you are in college, the more confident you are in understanding the defense and you know, knowing where you're supposed to be at and when you're supposed to be there. So honestly, I'd say that, just the knowledge of the game.
How would you kind of describe your whole journey, even going back to Fairfield from high school?
Well, I'd say, I mean, I started out really underweight. I was always the smallest tight end, or the smallest or skinniest, like this one. But you know, I was really a physical dude. I really took pride in, you know, hitting people, and it just fit right in. And you know, as I got older and got stronger, you know, I became more dominant in the run game, and I felt like, you know, just the story from starting out at Fairfield is just a kid that just would do whatever it took to, you know, to be the best he can be and go out there and win, and you know, whatever it took, by any means, just go out and win. So. What'd you say? Oh yeah, I talk to Coach Krause all the time. Yeah, we've never like, you know, fell off or anything. Like we've always talked like a lot.
Productive game last year. Can you talk a little bit about what allowed you to get into the game plan more in that game versus some of the other games?
Honestly, I think it just happened. I think Coach, you know, just believed in me and, you know, just put me out there. It was not only was it like a productive, you know, pass catching game. I had great blocking in that game as well. It just, I feel like it all started from there. Just good blocking, and the coach just gave me a shot, and just everything just happened from there. The Bucks. Yeah, yes, sir. Informal. What'd you say? Well, I mean, you know, in high school I was a tight end, but I wasn't doing the things that I did at Michigan. And, you know, whether it's putting your hand in the ground, knowing the right footwork, knowing hand placement, I didn't know any of that. I was just a tight end who lined up off the ball and ran a route or inserted. So they pretty much taught me everything, you know, everything that a tight end needs to know as, like, being a tight end. Like, they taught me everything. And honestly, like, you know, my first coach tight end was Coach Sherrone Moore. Second was Coach Harbaugh. Then I had G News. So Coach Moore just, he was the type of coach that was a perfectionist. You know, you had to do everything perfect, everything how he coached you. And then Coach Jay Harbaugh, he was a teacher. He taught you all the little things. He taught you like pretty much everything you need to know on the defensive side of the ball. As long as like you know, offense, he taught you the points, everything, like every little piece about the offense. And then G News, he was a great offensive lineman at Michigan. So he taught me everything with blocking and, you know, with footwork, pass pro. So like I felt like just having a different variety of coaches at Michigan helped me out a lot. And you know, it just, you know, they just propelled me. Having that just propelled me and to be the tight end I am now. So. What'd you say? Yeah, it was the hardest decision I've ever made in my life, honestly. Just, you know, I was there for 4 years. I had a lot of, you know, brothers there. I love all my coaches. You know, it was just a tough decision, and having to make that decision was ultimately, you know, I felt like it was the best decision for me. But it was time for me to go, and I voiced that to the coaches and everything. But it just, you know, I felt like I was turning my back on my teammates. But you know, they were all there for me, my brothers. I still talk to a lot of them today, and you know, they had my back, and you know, and made sure that I was cool, and I love Michigan for that. I love Michigan forever. But just ended up having to go.
Did this year become sort of bittersweet, I guess?
What'd you say?
I guess did that make this year sort of bittersweet? I mean, you got friends experiencing.
Oh, no, it was very sweet. I loved every Michigan went on to obviously win the national championship, but I loved every bit of it. I was watching, cheering the guys on. It was just crazy. I felt like I was there, So, I reached out to the guys and congratulated them, and I had a good season as well. Unfortunately I got hurt, but I looked at it as a very sweet moment and loved every bit of it.
We've all elevated, right? 12-1 new head coach. Newsome now line and Jim Harbaugh now in Seattle. I guess I imagine maybe you're not surprised, or how do you feel?
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Like, these are like some of the best coaches that I've had. In my life, I've been playing since I was 4. Like, these are some of the best coaches I've ever had, and they're very good at what they do. So I'm not surprised at all.
He can't run. Practicing against him or playing against him. What kind of corner will he be?
What kind of corner will he be? He's just a versatile man. He can do it whatever you ask him of. So he's just going to be a beast. He's going to continue to be humble. He's going to continue to be the same guy he is now. He's just going to be doing it at a higher level and dominating. He's a beast. Yeah, that man's you guys seen it. He's a monster. Nothing's gonna change with him. If anything, he's gonna grow. Honestly, I just try to pick I just see things that like each tight end does, and I try to mimic that. I take different pieces of games from Waller to Kittle to Sam to Hawkinson. I watch a bunch of run game. I get in the run game and watch different tight ends' footwork and what they do with their hand placement and how they move different block or defenders. But I wouldn't say a particular tight end. I would try to study and watch them. No, I kind of just take different parts of the game from each tight end. So. He run after the catch, and then he gets the ball in his hand. He's hard to take down. He's just a beast. And I've met with the Bengals. What makes me feel like I'm the best tight end in the draft class? I just feel like I'm versatile. I can do one play. I could be lined up as a fullback and hitting the mic, and the next play I could be out in the slot, catching the ball downfield, high pointing it. So I just feel like I can do whatever a coach asks me to do, whether it's fullback, whether it's in the slot, whether it's off the ball, pulling, whether it's lining me up out wide and running a deep route and high pointing it for a touchdown over top of defenders. It was great. We talked about a lot of different things. They just get to know them as people and things as that such, but seemed great.
It's been a while since Cade has had a healthy season. What do you think he could do if he's able to play a full 2020?
Oh, Cade, yeah. Cade is Cade. He's never going to make a mistake. If he does, it's rare. He's going to perfect his craft. He's going to, get in there and always make the right decision when it comes to, a read on the run game or throwing the ball down the field. But Cade, he's tough. He's going to come back healthy, and I'm excited to see what he does. I've always loved Cade, as a person too. We were roommates in college, so I know how he is. He's just gonna continue to grow and be better. He's just probably one of the most competitors, he just competes nonstop with everything. So, that he'll just grow and be a dog for sure. At Michigan? Oh no, I was medically cleared. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It was just tough. It was tough, but I was medically cleared to play. I was able to play. It was just I ended up having to make a decision to go. I just made the decision for myself and my family. I felt like it was the best choice, for me. But yeah, I was medically cleared. I honestly, after the surgery, I felt completely normal. Like it was just one of those. I had a herniated disc. They just went in there and just cleared it up, and I was fine. So a little before Halloween.
Last question.
What made me feel? I don't know. I don't want to say anything.
About Cooper DeJean being a beast. You have what's probably the one play that stands out about him?
I mean, the play they called the fair catch on, but man, that was just probably one of the craziest plays that I've seen. He catches the ball on the sideline. He has like 2 yards to work with. He cuts up the sideline, then breaks all the way across the field and scores for the game, really to win the game. That was probably one of the craziest plays I've seen at the craziest time. To win the game like that was just insane. Obviously, it didn't win us the game, but that was crazy. That was a great play.
Thanks, Erick.
Thank you.